getting there. Alright, so this is one of the 110 grain Hornady VMAXs that we just reloaded in that series.
Ready? Oh yeah.
My main ammo can for my 30-06. It's just a Cabela's large box, and what I've found is it actually works really well with these tubs. They fit right down inside the lip, and then you can have your ammo boxes underneath. First off, we have a baggie of the rounds that we just made, and then I got some 125 grain nozzlers. These work really good. I use these mostly for coyotes. They're a little heavy for your typical woodchucks though. And then I got some 150 grain Spitzers. It's a spear bullet. These are pretty good rounds. Use these for medium-sized game as well. I may use them for deer. I like my 165s for deer though. And again, these are 150s. These are the same bullet, but I'm doing a little bit of a load develop with them. This is with the Hornady Superformance powder. That's with the Varget powder. These ones here are some 168 grain Hornady hollow point boat tails. This is my match grade ammo. It's a pretty decent round. 350 yards. I'm keeping about 1.25 inch grouping on average for 5 shots. So I'm really happy with that. These are some more 110 grains that I made a while back. Same load data on that. Again, I had the card off to the side of what I used before, so I just referenced that real quick. Noticed I was getting low on them, so I made some more. And these are just some 165 grain ballistic tips, Hornady. We got some 165 grain nozzlers. These are 2,700 feet per second, so it's a modest round. I mean, it's not one of my hopping rounds that I like making and stuff, but these are good just for messing around with and stuff, or you can hunt with them. These nozzlers work extremely well. And again, it's 165 grain, so up here in Maine we got some real good sized deer, and so those work plenty good for that. These are some more of my hollow point boat tail match grade, but these are with the Superformance Hornady powder. Again, doing a little bit of load development with the Superformance powder. I've been waiting, I believe, about 2 years on some data to come out on this powder, and finally it did, so I'm working on that. I got everything from 61 grains down to 58 over here, so. And then these ones here are what I use for hunting. This here is a crimped load. It's a 165 grain boat tail hollow point Hornady Spitzer bullet. It's a soft point. As you can see, or you might be able to see on the camera, that it actually necks down a little bit into the bullet, and that just again helps with sealing it and keeping the bullet from moving at all. When you use semi-automatic rifles, it's actually a good idea to have this style, because in a high capacity magazine, if you got a lot of recoil, it can cause your bullets to actually go inside your case, whereas if you have it crimped, it's a lot less likely to happen. This here is a Remington brass that's going through the tumbler. I like polishing the hunting rounds and stuff, because if you get a case that's a little bit corroded and stuff, it leaves room for error. Whereas if they're polished like this, it's going to keep the shiny luster to it for a while, help reduce more corrosion and stuff, and it just chambers a lot nicer. It'll slide out of the magazine a lot better and into the chamber, and it'll also help when you're extracting that round and stuff to help reduce fetching and whatnot. Now I got some more load development. In this case, it's just a Squall Cabela's can. Got some Full Metal Jacket boat tails in here. These here, I painted the tips red, just to, at a quick glance, basically, if I'm at the range, I can keep track of what I'm shooting and stuff a little bit easier. It's just personal taste. A lot of people will probably say it's dumb and stuff like that, but I don't really care. It works for me. This here is a pretty cool round that I'm looking into developing. It's called a sabot load. They were actually outlawed for quite some time because people were using them in assassinations, and there was no way of telling which rifle the bullet came from, because the bullet actually never touches the rifling. This here is a 65, or either a 60 or 65 grain 223 bullet with a sabot into a 30-06 case. Load development for these absolutely sucks because they're very finicky. It'll cause keyholing, so you got to be right on the money. I'm actually looking to make a purchase through Midway pretty soon, I believe is who carries the sabots, so stay tuned. As soon as I get them, we'll make another video on them, of loading them and firing them. And these are a hopping round. We're talking 5,500, maybe even 6,000 feet per second out of a 60 grain bullet. So we'll definitely make some woodchucks turn red. So stay tuned. This right here is how we do it in Maine. Late 80s Camry, laying in the snow.